Two crime sprees in two very public places. Scares for shoppers in Liberty and Independence.
I don't know why a person would do such a thing, to go grab a gun, scare people.
Folks, all of this ending with a man shot dead by an officer in rural Clay County. A home roped off in crime scene tape. Tonight, investigators connecting the dots on exactly what happened here. All of this unfolded in the span of just 2 hours today. First, an armed robbery at a sporting goods store in Liberty, then a shooting at a car dealership in Independence. The suspect shot and killed by a deputy near Holt. We have team coverage of this big story tonight. Reporters gathering information at each scene. We begin tonight with 41 Action News reporter Andres Gutierrez live in Liberty.
Kevin, we're told by witnesses that the suspect jumped the counter where the firearms are sold at this Academy Sports Store, stole the gun, and then blended in with the crowd of customers who were leaving towards the exits. Employees immediately called police, and tonight we're told by Liberty Police that the suspect did try to buy that handgun. He even filled out the necessary paperwork but was denied. Police say he then pulled out a knife and then jumped the counter, like those witnesses say, and took the weapon he was trying to purchase. I'm told that there were about 20 or so customers inside the store when the commotion broke out. No shots were fired here and no one was hurt. It took police more than an hour to clear the scene. Some of the employees' loved ones rushed to get here once they learned what happened.
Well, she was trying to hold back her tears. It's a very scary process to go through. It shouldn't happen.
Employees did the right thing. They worked with us and made the call immediately. Our officers got on scene very quickly, immediately went in.
And now authorities do believe that the suspect used that stolen handgun at a car dealership in Independence, and that's where my colleague Mackenzie Nelson picks up our coverage tonight. Mackenzie.
Well, you guys can see the landmark used car lot right over my shoulder, and that's where officers were called about 11:30 this morning on reports of a shooting inside that building. Now, Independence police say it was a customer who shot an employee several times, and they're still working to figure out exactly why that happened. Now, Independence police say it all happened very fast. A spokesperson said the suspect came in moments later. He shot the employee and immediately drove off in his own car. I'm told several employees and customers were inside at the time. We know the suspect was a 28-year-old male who employees were familiar with. Police say that helped them get the suspect information out quickly.
He had been a customer, so they had the paperwork from before, and some of them had actually recognized him.
At this time, we know that the victim in this shooting is alive but is in serious condition at a local hospital. Now, officers caught up with the suspect in Clay County, and that's where we find my colleague Dia Wall.
Yeah, Mackenzie, officers spotted that car the suspect was driving in at 12:01. That led them right here to this area that we're in. I just talked to the Clay County Sheriff's Office. They tell me we could find out who this suspect is as early as tonight. But first, they've got to take care of business behind me over the hill at the home where a deputy did shoot and kill that suspect this afternoon. I talked to a mom who lives down the street not too far from this house. She tells me when everything was happening, she heard some commotion, loud voices, almost like the deputies were communicating with each other. But moments before that is when she found out that all of these incidents from today were connected right when her husband went out to take out the trash.
Literally, he got in the door and then several police cars were in pursuit of this car. So it was nice to have the heads up for my kids because she was going to go out with him.
They have 3 little girls in that family. So right now, I've talked to a few neighbors on the other side of the hill as well. They say they heard the shots as this situation was unfolding. Highway Patrol is working to figure out how many shots were fired, if gunfire was exchanged between that suspect and deputies, and where the investigation goes from there. Live in Clay County, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.
Our crew's hard at work bringing you the latest tonight, thanks to them. As this story developed, we streamed a live update online. We told you about it via push alerts from the KSHB app. Download this app for updates on streaming news coverage and alerts to developing stories.